There are many gambits in chess. Many interesting ways to cause your opponents to blunder. But what if I told you there was a gambit that would trick grandmasters almost 50% of the time? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Nachmanson Gambit. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Start off with the Scotch game, Gambit, Dubois T defense, we castle, sacrificing a second pawn, and knight to c3. We may be down a couple pawns, but we're not satisfied with that, are we? So, the main line is d takes, bishop takes f7, everything else loses. He takes, queen d5, and king e8 is the move we'll be covering in this part of the video. Now rook e1, everything else loses, and bishop d6 is what we'll cover for now. So rook takes e4, he must go back with something, doesn't really matter what. Bishop g5, and now h6 is another common blunder, because after takes, we play rook e1, and if he tries to distract us with the pawn and try to promote, this is actually mate. How? Rook f4. I can't stop that with rook to f8. No, he can't. Why? Because this knight's pinned. This knight is pinned by this rook. It's all the way over there. So this is forced, and now we get this nice little checkmate here. But what if he plays d6, making space for the king? Well, we play queen into f7 check. Every move is forced. Knight e5! Forcing him to take. So when he takes, rook d1, king c6, queen c4, king b6, queen b3, and now wherever he goes with the king, this is mate in one. Now that we've covered why queen f6 is such a important move for black, we can cover what you'll do in response to that. Now bishop g5, and if anything except queen f7, you're going to be winning very badly, winning very quickly. Take a look at this, right? Queen e7, queen f7, or bishop e7. Now, no human is going to find bishop e7. No human. Right, so instead, they'll play queen in f7. Every other move is rather lost. Thus, we're only going to be covering queen f7. Now it takes bishop b7, knight e5, and queen to e6. Now let's actually cover what happens if he takes. Now if he takes, take a look at the evaluation. He takes back, and now the same thing does not actually work, right? So now king f8 is only move, and if he tries to play d6, kicking me out, well, that is not at all going to go over too well for him, because now we just take on c3, bishop e6, and now no matter what happens, just rook takes e6, which is a brilliant sacrifice, by the way. Because now here, and we skewer, PP, as everybody says, right? So queen f7 is going to be the most human move. And so we take here, takes, and here, and voila, no matter what, he is going to be absolutely destroyed. Now here, we just take c7, and the queen is a better pawn hunter than the two rooks. Now the two rooks are more valuable in the endgame, but they are not actually better pawn hunters than the queen. And thus, the queen can just go on a rampage, and you're likely to win this game. Now, but what if he finds queen to e6? Well, you take the knight here, and now he has to take this pawn. Now, if he just trades mindlessly in the center, this is actually rather horrible. If you take the knight, now this happens, king f8, and now you are just going to play rook a e1. You're going to threaten this little skewer here. He can't do shit about it. And you're just likely going to be winning this game now. If you get the bishop out of the way to remove the skewer threat, this is fine. This is fine. Just b3. This pawn's a sitting duck here. Your pawn structure is great. Nothing he can do. If he kicks you out, just bishop f4. You're going to target these pawns. You're going to win the game. And he has no activity with this rook. This rook's also pretty bad. And he doesn't really have any compensation for that. So you're going to win that part of the game. Now, if he does find c takes b2 right here, you do have to play rook a v1, takes, boom, boom, rook e3 here, king g8, otherwise it's mate, rook b3, takes, and this is going to be a rather easy draw. Some people may actually know this gambit, and thus they will try to decline it. Knight d6 is actually something that Magnus Carlsen plays, and now they are attacking both your bishop and your knight. This is a problem, but knight d5 is actually the solution. So if he is to take, then you're going to check. When he intercepts, you take, he takes, and now queen takes d4, and now it's only equal if he decides that he wants to sacrifice the knight. It's a brilliant move. But if instead he decides to play something like knight to d6, trying to save it, well, you take on g7, and this is just going to be mate real quick. That's the mate in 2, but he plays f5 or f6, just kind of ridiculous. Sacking the rook, and this happens. Take h7. I mean, you've won everything. There's not much merit in boasting, but king f8 is the only way that you can even survive. And so after that, you can play bishop h6 check. He goes to e8, and because, once again, as you saw earlier, this knight is pinned, so this is checkmate. So maybe Magnus Carlsen will get checkmated by that line sometime. I don't know. But regardless, these are just a couple little lines that I wanted to skim over today. And this is actually going to be a little bit of a series. You see, the Nachmanson Gambit is so complex that I cannot do it justice by making only one video on it. You see, the Nachmanson Gambit is kind of ridiculous. Even computers will incorrectly evaluate it at times, and because of that, I'm going to need many videos to cover it. And so this is going to be a series. I know maybe 50 lines in the Nachmanson, and there are going to be many episodes about this. So stay tuned. Maybe you'll you'll learn something that ends up winning you a game. Or a tournament, who knows? So without further ado, this has been Blundered Games, signing off.